As I've matured, I've learned how differently to think about God. And there's been said, and you talk about theology, 3 different levels as you walk your Christian journey. And the first, well, I should say in regards to sin. And the first one is, I don't want to go to hell. And I remember going through that as, oh my gosh, I better not sin. I don't want to go to hell. Okay, well, can I do this or can I not? Because, oh, it's going to make me go to hell. I don't want to do it. So trying to just avoid pain for yourself is the first level. But as we mature, then we want to get to the next level, which is, I want to go to heaven. I just want to be in heaven. It's going to be a great place and I'll get joy. So now it's not so much just avoiding sin. It's actually wanting a positive reward, which is right. I mean, who doesn't want to go to heaven? But the third level, and many saints have said this is the highest level that we should all seek to go to, is to, I don't want to hurt God. It's not just about going to heaven. I don't want to hurt God. He loves me so much and it hurts my feelings. You think about the people that you love most when you're dating your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you're like, oh, that hurt you. I don't want to hurt you, your child. And of course, I didn't say spouse because too many of us are like, I don't care what that hurts you, which is really bad. And it shows how our hearts can harden. Once our spouses hurt us, I don't care if I hurt you. So I do use if you, for instance, with my grandchildren, whenever my grandson does something that I'm not approving of, I make sure to say that really hurt me because he hates hurting me. He does something selfish, but he's like, oh, God, I didn't mean to hurt you. It's kind of got to get him that way. So in terms of our spirituality, it's like, I don't want to hurt you, God. Of course, if we seek to not hurt God, it's also going to get us to heaven. It's going to help us avoid the fire of hell. So it avoids the first 2 levels. So I'd like to really call this video, don't appease God. Please, God. Don't just do what you like. Okay, what's going to make God happy enough to not punish me? Because if you had a spouse, if you had a friend, if you had a child, a best friend, and you're like, well, what can I do to shut them up? That's appeasing someone. Okay, here's enough I can throw at you. Is this good enough? Think about what students do for their teachers. Okay, let me just turn in an assignment so I can get credit. Instead of saying, what can I do to show that I'm listening? What about the child, the teenager that when a parent says, clean my room, I'm like, oh, I'll just kind of make the bed, but I'm not going to do a great job. I just shut them up. I want to appease them. But you're really not seeking to please them. How is your relationship with your God and your Creator? Are you just seeking to appease God? Or what can you do differently in your day-to-day life, in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions that absolutely seek to please God? Jesus, I love you. Does this make you happy? Did you see that I went out of my way and I gave that sandwich to that homeless person? Lord, I went out of my way and I did something nice for my ex-husband who's always hurt me further. Lord, did it please you when I had a mass said for the other woman or the other man? Does that make you happy? Because I know you love him or her, even though they hurt me. I want to please you. That's hard, isn't it? But oh, think of the joy in God's heart when he says, my precious son, my precious daughter, that believed me. That brought me great joy. Don't appease God. Take your love of God and your love of neighbor to a higher level and ask yourself, what can I do to actually please God? And your homework assignment, if you're married, I want you to see Christ in your spouse, especially if you just had a fight, especially if you loathe him or her right now, especially if you just, what can you do? I want you to put the Jesus mask on him or her. I want you to please him. There's a test, because I just know how hard that is for me to do. But remember, this isn't about you. It isn't about this day and age. It isn't about your feelings. It's just about the day that you meet God and you are judged. And he's going to look back and say, I saw that. I saw that day that you went to please me instead of just doing what you had to do. And I love you even more for it, although God can never love us even more than he does now. Let me know. How are you doing? Are you good at pleasing? Or are you still at the level of appeasing? I think if you try for it, you can get there with God's grace. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. Thanks for watching another informational Bacon Bit. And no matter what, live your life and your eternity sunny side up.